So I am a proud graduate of Allen ISD, Allen High School. I moved to Allen in 1999 at the age of 16, and even as a teenager, I was blown away by the community and public support for public education. My parents were educators. We had lived in many different places across Texas, small towns, college towns, just all these different places. And coming into Allen as a teenager when the big high school opened in 1999 was an epiphany for me, seeing one community come together to one high school. You could say that public education was the foundation of my upbringing, public service as well. So I really got a big taste for it, seeing all this one community come together. And since then, I'm now raising two children in Allen ISD. I have a junior and an eighth grader, and I've taken every opportunity I can to just volunteer, be a class parent, serve on boards, and get involved. I've been on the Allen Band Booster Association. I have logged hundreds of hours in a school bus, going to and from football games, and I most recently got to be involved with Project Kids 2024, which is our Citizens Bond Committee, which was an amazing opportunity. So all of that inspired my decision to run for school board at this point. It's just one more way to be involved in the community and to give back and just to be there for the citizens. All right, so my priorities, I've actually kind of renamed them as Becca's Basics. It helps me remember, and I really want to engage parents in decisions that impact our students because they're my students too. And everyone in Allen ISD wants what's best for our students. We are bound to disagree on what that looks like, but I really believe that when people of good faith come together and negotiate, we are bound to find common ground. I also want to focus our tax dollars on strategic categories. Every district in Texas is struggling with that right now, but our board must follow the strategic plan and use it as our guide, and then take input from students and parents and staff so that every dollar makes a positive impact. And finally, I want to foster a culture of support and respect in the district. At its core, public education is about relationships and people. Above all, the board must lead the way in doing this and making sure that we are out in the community and we are focusing on creating these relationships with the students, with the parents, with everybody, and out there leading by example. In a district like Allen that has a high level of excellence, when you are looking towards test scores and graduation rate and other things like that, your percentage and incremental successes year over year are going to be very small percentage-wise. I would love to look at something a little bit different to measure success for Allen ISD, such as how many students can we get involved in extracurricular activities. One of my favorite things to do is to go to a home football game on a Friday night at Eagle Stadium. My son is in the band, and I was in the band too, so I may be a little biased. But when you go to a home football game at Eagle Stadium on a Friday night, now it has to be a home game, you look around. And between the escadrille, which is our band, our color guard, our talonets, the JROTC, broadcasting, PALs, and many other extracurricular activities that I'm sure I'm not naming, there have to be at least 1,000 kids involved in this event on Friday nights. We have maybe 100 football players, which is a lot. But that tells me that this football game, which is a sports game, only 1/10 of the students there are there to play football. But the rest of them, from fine arts to service to all of these other extracurriculars, are there to do something else to support the school. And they are learning leadership, they're learning responsibility, and they are learning so many more things outside of academic success, which is very important. But when you're in a high-achieving school, sometimes you have to measure success in other ways. Well, for that, I'm just going to take you to my slogan, which is lifting every eagle. So whether you've lived in Allen for a day or you've lived in Allen since the day you were born, you are an Allen Eagle. Now, we love our Reed Owls, we love our Chandler Cheetahs, but we are all Allen Eagles at the end of the day. And that goes for our small businesses, it goes for HEB, which moved in, and it goes for everybody. Our small local businesses are some of our best and vocal supporters, and we love them so much. And I've had the pleasure and opportunity to work for several of them over the years as a teenager and as a stay-at-home mom. This is a very biased answer. The band is going to Tournament of Roses next year, and this will be the third time for our Allen Eagle Escadrille to march in the Tournament of the Roses. Not very many high school bands get the opportunity to do this. It is a huge honor for them to do that. And as a parent, I get to go with them. Now, I missed the cutoff when I was a student. They went several years after I graduated, and so I'm very excited to go with my senior next year and be with him when he does Tournament of the Roses.